Good evening, everyone. I Tim, I Jason, I Amjad. Oh, I've got a bit coming on. Oh, excuse me. Getting in training, you see. Taught by the best. Tim, sorry. Well, we've not had any sort of excitement today. Yeah, it's not been too bad here, Amjad. Just have a look at my phone and I'll tell you what temperature is. It's not been, cold.
Howdo! Sold that oil yet? I've got.
Says 6. Hi, Gordo.
Gordo.
So yeah, so it's not it's not too bad. Not too bad. But so yeah. It's sort of been a bit like that here today, Tim. It's been sunny. It's not been sort of hot sunny. But you know what I mean? So yeah, with goings on at past few weeks, it's been quite boring today actually.
Anybody want a dog that don't want to go to the toilet?
He'll go when he's ready.
You ready now?
Gordo says I've cleaned my glasses. They got a bit steamed up last night. Hiya, Brad. How are you?
Hello, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
You want a coffee?
Hiya, James. Yes, please. I hope you're not... what side you cheering for, Brad? Hiya, Scotty. Ooh la la. Oh, dear. Just to tell you, that cake. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I highly recommend. Oh, James in Canada's got lots of snow. So yeah, yeah. If you fancy baking something, it's absolutely gorgeous. Chris will tell you. In Callum. Yeah, the chief taste testers. They give it a thumbs up or 2 thumbs up, even. Hey, you're a man after Pixies art. He says he's not, because he says he's watching match, and I says it all depends who you're cheering for. Well, I'll tell you a story, Brad. Chris is a Sheffield United supporter, so Forest are playing Man United in Carabao Cup. Now, Chris hates Forest with a passion because it's their fault that Sheffield United didn't get promoted last year. So, yeah, that in a nutshell is Chris's rooting for Man United. Because I don't like Forest at all. And basically, yeah, reason why Sheffield, it went to penalties. Yeah, so.
Yeah, they didn't deserve that. They were all
yeah, same as Chris says, they didn't deserve to be promoted. So, and basically, where they are in the league, just shows that. Thank you. Oh, are you having a beer?
No, I'm having 2.
So yeah. But he don't like Man United and he don't like Forest, but
I wanted Man United.
Yeah, he wants Man United to win. So anyway, it would say he's one of these, Brad, that he'll watch. He'll watch 2 nuts playing football on wall. If he's one of these that it don't matter who it is, he'll watch it.
Oh, you stupid! A foul, ref.
So yeah, Brad's Aston Villa.
Aston Villa?
Yeah.
Never mind, Brad. I
think that means glory, glory, Man United. Tim, I think, is a Man United.
Oh, Tim?
Yeah.
Never mind, Tim.
But anyway.
Oh. There's only one original United, isn't there?
Oh yeah, Chris worked. Yeah.
What?
I mean, Chris. He says no need to worry tonight. Then it's all been Man U apart from the VAR goal. Yeah. Chris will laugh in his. Yeah. It's
like, yeah, we scored. Oh no, we haven't.
No, I hadn't heard from Bella since last week. Amjad. Hiya, Steve.
I do, Steve, lad.
So yeah. That's just his sense of humour, Brad. You'll get to know after a while. But yeah, when they would check a VAR for being offside, Chris was going, ha, 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 and then it got disallowed. Oh. So yeah. But you know,
United.
Anyway, links up there or wherever it may be. If anybody wants to come on. Oh, bless you, Scotty. 7 years today since his dad died.
Oh, bless.
But yeah, I mean, my mum's anniversary is in April. So, well, Man United and Forest in Carabao Cup, Steve.
Carabao. Oh,
What? I don't know how you pronounce it. Brad says, in the real world, it was never offside. If you ask me, I hate these silly lines they draw to me. Well, you know, VAR, you've only got to have a little pinky toe over it line and, yeah, it's offside. So, anyway, same as I say.
At least I got those 49-minute ad. 30-second ad.
Brad's got a cold one. Chris has just opened a can of John Smith's. Hi, Johnny.
Come five is love.
I don't know. What is that white card anyway? What's that supposed to be?
It's like a goodwill gesture thing. To be good, basically. Oh, supporters has one of the supporters had an heart attack or needed medical attention. So I forget what game it is. Well, medical staff went to the scene to support who were having a medical issue. So the ref went, white card. As if to say, well done. What's black card going to be? Let's all start a riot.
Yeah. It's all right. Chris has just tried to explain it. You know what I mean? The white card. It's like, yeah, you've done a good job. Yeah.
Don't be dumb.
So yeah, so I hope you all heard that. I was quiet while you were explaining because I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Johnny's not feeling. Johnny's not feeling it. But anyway, Brad says a black card if he'd popped his clogs. It happens. This is, you know what I mean? This sort of thing does happen. But, yeah, you know, just stick to yellow cards and red cards. Hi, Terry, how are you?
Hey.
I mean, who as Chris has just explained it to me, if I'd have seen somebody waving a white card about, I'd have thought, what's that lunatic waving about in his hand? You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? How many people know what
What, bro?
I knows, bro. How many people know what the white card means? Because I didn't until Chris has just explained it. So, you know what I mean? Let's say, I mean, I won't go to a football match. You know, can you imagine ref going round waving this white card and, you know, get the ref, you know, a psychiatric, what's it, because he's stood there waving a white card in his hand, you know what I mean? But, yeah, it's one of them things where you don't know, unless you know.
It should only be a yellow card, red card, that's it, no.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What? Johnny says he didn't sleep well because he had a cake meltdown. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, my mum's is 6 year in April, so you know it's all right. People saying that it gets better in time. It gets easier. So, but yeah, you never. And then to add to nightmares as well, Johnny, you know. God, I says I just bought a cheap flat screen TV off a bloke in the pub, turned it on, and the McDonald's menu came up. Yeah, I can fully understand that, Johnny. I can fully understand. Well, this is it. It's world gone crazy. You know, how many people understand what that white card means? Because I won't have a clue.
So, bro, sorry, man. Go on. We don't want to go back out. Go on. See ya.
But yeah. Anyway. Same as I say, hi Tommy, how are you? It's a good job I don't go to football matches because I don't, you know.
White card.
I don't think it'll catch on myself,
no.
But you know, I think it were a foreign football match, weren't it?
I think it were. I can't remember.
I think I can remember seeing it on news that first time this white card had ever been used. Oh, the same as I said, Amjad, as well. It's not just about dates and whatever. It's about, you know, it's like you hear a song and it reminds you of that person, or you smell a perfume and that reminds, you know, or an aftershave or whatever, you know what I mean? And it reminds you of them, you know what I mean? It's not just about, you know. But I think, you know, I'll let Johnny explain anyway, Tommy. But yeah, it's nothing the same as Johnny says, it's nothing major, but it's expensive. After just walking out to have clutch done and everything, so yeah. Hiya, Ali, how are you?
Hello, Ali.
So just be kind to Johnny because his car's failed MOT. But yeah, that's it. This is what I'm talking about, Amjad. It's just like when you smell certain smells, it reminds you of them all the time. But is the thing with flags working now then, you know, bro? Because it weren't working before. So That's it, Steve. You know what I mean? It's not just, you know, it can be smells, it can be all sorts, you know what I mean? But it's like you're watching a programme. Like, take this for instance. When my mum used to come, when my mum used to come here after she'd had dinner with us on a Sunday, she used to, well, lie on the sofa, and then, because she always liked, even when she come here, if there were athletics or tennis or anything on, she wanted it on. So she'd nod off, and I'd turn it over, and I think, well, you know, I'm not watching this crap. Yeah, I've only got it on for her. So I'd turn it over, and she'd say, I was watching that. I went, no, you weren't. You were snoring your head off. She says, I weren't. I were only closing my eyes. But it's like when you hear it in programmes, when people say it, you know, my mum used to say that, you know what I mean? Oh, but it's you know what I mean? It's same as I say. It's different things for different people. Gordo says he does that. His excuse, he were inspecting his eyelids. But yeah, this is one of the things. She'd be snoring away, fast on, and the minute I changed channel because she weren't watching it, she, you know, I was watching that. But isn't that strange how people can do that, you know? Even like down to even snoring. You know what I mean? But the minute you switch television over, she were, you know, watching that. No, you weren't. You were fast asleep. I went, I was just resting my eyes. So yeah, that's about, you know, nothing exciting to report today. But only thing I'll say about last night's baking is, if you fancy doing the baking, that is the recipe to do. You know what I mean? Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. So, but we did wait until about lunchtime before, you know, we had a portion of it. But yeah. what happened? Oh dear. Well, it could be like a brand spanking new one, Johnny, by the time, you know, they've done what they've got to do for MOT. So, but yeah, it's no worries. But yeah, where the drill marks on the carpets. No, well, not exactly, but yeah, it were like we had some at lunchtime. Well, Callum don't go to you know, college on a Wednesday, so he says, shout me when you're cutting it. So anyway, we decided, you know, after lunch we were going to have a piece. So Chris shouted him, and then about, I don't know, 1-2 hours later, he come down and Chris says, What you after? He says, I'm going to have another piece of that cake. So yeah, so Callum's like one piece in front of me and Chris. But yeah, it's hard to explain. You know, with it having Oreos in it, it's like a biscuity taste, if that makes any sense. Obviously, Oreos are biscuits, and you crush them up and you put them in, you know, in sponge and in buttercream and everything. But yeah, it's got that. I don't know. I can't really explain it. Like a, I'd put it like a coffee taste. I don't know. How would you describe it, Johnny? I mean, I don't really. Pardon me.
Can I put my PayPal in for donations?
If you want, Johnny, by all means. I mean, Johnny sort of messaged me earlier on. He wanted to vent or rant to somebody, and I says, "Well, you know what? You know, I'm on Andy. How are you? It's 10 to 8, 26 degrees, clear blue skies, and a public holiday. Ooh. Well, we've sort of nearly or almost got into double figures today. But yeah, by all means, Johnny, I'm not one to, yeah, you fill your boots if you know, not saying that anybody will donate anything to you, but
£1 million. That'll be nice.
Yeah, but I totally get where Johnny's coming from. It's like you get on that, and I said as much this afternoon. I know you're joking. God, it's a good job I know you. He said, joking, you muffin. Hiya, Edward, how are you? But yeah, you know what I mean? And I said as much to Johnny this afternoon. You feel pinched that sort of first couple of weeks into January, and then you think you're getting on an even keel and something, you know, turns up and kicks your gonads. You know what I mean? Oh, Andy says it loves Tim's site. Ooh. So there you go. You know what I mean? It's yeah, you just feel like you're getting on an even keel. But it's funny you should say that, you know, bro, because sort of me and Tracy are sort of yeah, we want to do either cupcakes or muffins. Nah. You've got to start at top. You know, bro. Got to. I like to nibble that right top. Oh, that's another, isn't it? But yeah. So we were sort of toing and froing. I wanted to make sort of like some lemon drizzle cupcakes, and then Tracy says, "Oh, you sent me a recipe." She says, "I don't know if it was last week or week before, for these lemon and blueberry not muffins, blondies." So, and I says, "Well, ideally," I says, "like over the past few weeks, what with dime bar brownies, etc. You know what I mean?" I says, "We haven't done any cupcakes or muffins or anything for quite a while." So I sent her a recipe for these lemon and blueberry muffins. I mean, they're just your simple lemon and blueberry muffins. But Brad says, Amjad, what do you mean pretend? Never get me excited like that again. I was going to order some sweets off you. Oh dear. But yeah, you know what I mean? So sort of we're in a bit of a quandary as to what to make now. Johnny says, can we do a salad cake? He says, after last night. But the thing is, Johnny, I mean, with muffins, whether it be lemon and blueberry or whatever, yeah, shouldn't have that high sugar content. I put my grandma on speed dial the other day. It's called Instagram. Oh yeah, I did. I have got a recipe for profiteroles with chocolate orange sauce or something. Hiya, Joel. How are you?
Joel.
But yeah, as I said, the only downside of it is it only makes 6. Can you imagine? 6 in this household. Oh dear. But yeah, you just got to remember, Johnny, not to be so eager to have a piece of the cake next time. You know, same as I say, we didn't even have a piece till about lunchtime today. So, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing much more straightforward than these lemon and blueberry muffins, because it's just yeah, healthy blueberries, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, it was absolutely at this world, Johnny. I must admit, I mean, even Chris and Callum, you know. But yeah, if we do something lemon and blueberry, you know, you should be safe with them, Johnny. You know, but yeah, I'm just gonna have a look. But yeah, these is just your everyday run at mill. I felt like I drugged up Mr. Kipling. Oh dear. I mean, but we're just on about that last night, Johnny, you know, when we're trying to explain what dumping syndrome is, but not a lot of people can understand it. Oh, Steve says that 27 people watching and only 1 like. All right, you can't see me likes and dislikes, so yeah.
Wakey.
Hi, Wakey. Long time no see. I'll tell you another thing that I were looking at. And it were, yeah. Hiya, Pete. How are you?
Okay.
It's sort of deciding, because see, they even do a lemon blueberry muffin cake. Oh, we've got Tim. Oh, Baker says he's been in pain. Ah, there you are.
I'll do.
Hello. It's all right.
Pete
You're
Wacky.
a general mention in this house, Tim, because every time Chris babes or I babe, and it's like, where's Tim? Is he hiding somewhere? This one looks lemon blueberry muffins with yogurt.
What is wrong with this computer tonight?
So that's the picture of them. Look, they're just basically your general lemon and blueberry muffin. So yeah. Yeah, Johnny, it says lemon blueberry muffins with yogurt. Easy and healthy recipe. So there you go.
Joel.
Hiya, Richard. How are you?
Good evening, Richard.
So I was gonna. Just gonna.
Have you ever made batten?
I am, to be honest with you. And I sort of know how to make it. I know how to make it because all you do is you divide. You know when you you know when you sort of bake it, you do one half pink and you do other half pour a little bit of yellow colouring in it, and then you sort of half for a loaf tin. Put a divider down middle, put one in one side and one in other. But when it's baked, you cut it again. Yeah. But the thing about that, Tim, is we don't like marzipan. So, you know what I mean? It'd be... Hiya, Tracy. That's the thing. You know, it's all right if you like marzipan. But we don't like marzipan, so you know that sort of be a non-starter fruit. I mean, if I were to, you know, if I were going to visit somebody, you know, and that were their favourite, I'd make it for them. But it's just not for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, is that one of your favourites then, Tim? Do you like out like that?
I like Battenberg.
See you later, Gordo.
Yeah, I like Battenberg cake. See you later, Gordo.
But then again, it's like everything. You see, that's one of the main reasons why I don't ever make a Christmas cake, because you have to put marzipan on it and you have to put royal icing on, and I don't like either. Yeah. The icing is too sweet for me, and I don't like marzipan, so that's why I don't like. I don't make one.
Yeah. No.
So I've just been telling them all, Tracy, we're sort of in a bit of a quandary as what to make next week. But I've just come across a recipe. It's blueberry muffins with yogurt, so it'll be a lot more healthy for Johnny.
All good.
Pete Thomas says Dundee cake is better.
Yeah, but there again, Dundee cake, it's almonds as well, and we don't like almonds. The last the last fruit cake I made on my channel was a farmhouse fruit cake. I know you don't have to put marzipan on Christmas cake, but yeah. But yeah, I've got a farmhouse fruit cake, and it's a lot. How can I put it? It's a fruit cake, and you use like mixed peel and, you know, different mixed fruits, but it's a lot lighter than a Christmas cake. You know what I mean? It's got that lighter taste to it.
Turn that down.
It's got a lighter taste to it, a lighter feel to it, and it's just known as a farmhouse fruit cake. But yeah, same as the same. Mean, you know, when we couldn't decide between the lemon and blueberry muffins or the lemon and blueberry blondies, and Tracy says, "Well, why don't we make both?" But I don't know where Wakey gets these ideas from. Just a nice slice of cheddar. What, with Christmas cake?
No.
And beetroot. Oh, no.
No. Later.
Gino cake.
Tracy says cheese, yes. Beetroot, no. Neither. What, with Christmas cake?
No, not with Christmas cake. No, definitely.
Do you know a cake? Oh. But yeah, it's sort of, yeah, I'm tending to go more for these lemon blueberry muffins with yogurt, Tracy, because Johnny needs a rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know how we were talking last night about that dumping syndrome, and you know your body can't process the sugar, etc.
Yeah.
Johnny says about 4 o'clock he had one, and it's hard to explain to everybody.
Yeah.
It starts out with like clammy sweats, then you know like I've had them before, and I felt sick, and I've actually been sick. You know, to like having heart palpitations, fainting, all sorts. You know what I mean? But I understand it because I've you know, I've been there, done that, and got T-shirt. You know what I mean? So I know what it's not very nice at all.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And it's same as I say, you can't understand it until you know what it's like.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain to anybody. But you see, when it explained to me, it's like they basically say, well, it's your body's inability to process the sugar, and it's you. In other words, you've had a sugar overload, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you know what I mean. It's your body just can't cope with it, and the only way to get it out is like these cold, clammy sweats.
Yeah.
It's all right. Wakey's put it says fruit cake paired cheese origins. But there again, I mean, it's not everybody's cup. It's not everybody's cup. It's somebody's
in trouble now.
Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Crypto.
Hello. Hi there.
Jason says he bought a lemon drizzle cheesecake yesterday from Lidl, but I'm afraid I ate it all to myself.
Yeah.
Hi, John Lad. But yes, my signature.
Hi, John Lad.
My signature. Well, not dish, but yeah, lemon drizzle.
Wow.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, Johnny's put sweats. Bad waves of sickness worse. I've been sick with it before, Johnny. Heartburn, really bad stomach ache. Yeah, it's my GI doc group found the answer to my 24. You haven't had diarrhea for 25 years, have you, Vanessa?
Jeez.
But anyway, same as I say, in order to understand it, you've got to know what it's like. But it's not very nice. Not very nice at all.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, and it must have been probably about 2-3 months ago, and it was something that we made, but it was very chocolatey. Let's just say, And before I'd done the live stream or after his tea, I'd had a piece of it. So anyway, towards ending of the live stream, I'm sat there and I'm going. And Johnny knew what were happening because I was going like this. I was going. Anyway, I sort of cut it short and I says, I'm sorry, I've got to go. And no sooner had I stopped it, Tim, Chris had to run and get a bucket for me and I threw my guts up. You know what I mean?
I'm bloody hell. Yeah.
But that was the last time I had anything like that. But Johnny saw the signs, and when I says I've got to cut it short, and he says, I knew where it were. Well, that's good then. Bile acid diarrhea. Body isn't reabsorbing the bile in the colon as it's supposed to do. Oh.
Mm.
Watch reruns of Crappination Street. But that's it. I mean, you know, if you've been suffering like it for 20 odd years, Vanessa, it must feel like all your birthdays and Christmases have come together if you stopped it. But
what's that, John Lad?
I don't know. Why? What's going off with John Lad?
Oh.
Who left the gate open? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you see, that's what when I says there's only a person that's suffered from it or knows what Johnny knew exactly where it were. Can you remember that live stream that night, Johnny? Johnny knew straight away and he hit nail on head straight away. Deadly duo were here, Crypto and Terry.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like Batman and Robin, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, I tell you something, Johnny. In case that happens with me, I always take some of them lansoprazole to bed with me because my doctor prescribed me lansoprazole for acid reflux, etc. And I've always got some of them outside at bed just in case. Oh, yeah. I can't remember. Brad says Batman and Robin, brilliant. Oh, it were a few. It were a few. I'd say, I don't know, October, November time, Amjad. And I did cut it short because I sat there and I'm going, and I was puffing and panting and going like, like this. And Johnny knew exactly what were happening. Where's the cream eggs? I bet they've got plenty in Asda, Terry. Thelma and Louise, that's even better, bro. Thelma and Louise. Yeah. Johnny says you ended it bang on 11. Could tell you was having waves of sickness and sweats. Yeah, Johnny knew what were happening. But yeah. But the only problem with that, Thelma and Louise, is didn't they drive off a cliff at end?
Yeah.
I thought that was film. Yeah. Oh dear, better not be Thelma and Louise then. Oh dear.
Tim.
See what I mean?
It's not me, it's you. Stop.
He's been doing that all day, Tim. Every time he's burped, he said, Tim. Not even here. You're not even here, and he blames you still, Tim.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Did they shoot Brad Pitt? I don't know. I can remember ending bit where they drive off at edge of cliff. I think I can remember it quite a while ago, Amjad. So yeah, but yeah. So to cut it short abruptly, and I said I've got to go, blah blah blah. And it's the minute I turned, ended stream, Chris had to run for the bucket for me.
Waking.
That one's a good and wakey.
Chitty chitty bang bang, yeah.
Is it Burns night tonight? I don't know.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is Burns night tonight.
Oh, happy Burns night then. Oh yeah. You know how they were launching this rocket off of Virgin Atlantic plane, right? They've now been showing you on tonight's news. They built a thing where it Anglesey or something, so they can send a vertical rocket. It's going to be a vertical one, not one, Shall I tell you why he's cheering?
Go on then.
Yeah, I already know. I already know.
3-0. Are you going to Wembley? No.
3-0.
Yeah.
No.
But that's the only time he wants Man U to win, because they played Forest and he hates Forest with a passion.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything in Littles about it, not impressed. But this is the thing, it's an important occasion in Scotland. So why wouldn't they mention it? I mean, I've not this when I were live on Saturday evening and I says there were fireworks going off left, right and centre, I didn't realise at the time it was Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
So like Saturday and Sunday, we've got fireworks going off left, right and centre.
Oh, but that's just how snowing. 6 inches, baby. Send over here, Melissa.
We don't want no more snow.
We don't.
No, we don't.
You keep the snow, thank you very much.
Yeah. Only reason why he wants it to snow, Tim, is he wants to take drone up.
Yeah.
Vanessa says, fill us in on your excitement. We ain't any excitement, by the way, Vanessa.
No.
2 weeks ago was Monday just gone. He was down at hospital because he'd gone to the doctors with this lump on his leg. Found out it were a superficial thrombolytis, which in layman's terms is an external blood clot.
Yeah.
That was on the Monday. On the Saturday, he would take a dog out for a walk, got bit by a dog on the same leg. So he's been going backwards and forwards with that now. They thought he might have a skin graft, but he ain't got to. They just put one of the... I looked at... It sounds a bit saucy, but I looked at the dressing that he put on his leg last night. And it's exactly the same as the one that I said I'd had. And it's something in the dressing, and it's something metallic, and it's supposed to heal the healing process.
I reckon if it doesn't help that healing,
so,
I reckon you might have to give me a skin graft.
Hey?
I reckon if it's not started healing that up, they might have to give me a skin graft.
Might
have to take some of off my heart.
Don't take it off your arm.
Too much information.
Can you imagine them skin grafting a piece of spotted skin off his arse?
Not got any spots on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hearing loads and loads of people getting blood clots. Wonder what's happened recently that's made. I don't know. Well, Chris sort of Lovingly called it his third nipple, because that was sort of the, what it looked like. But he lovingly called it his third. But he's still got his sense of humour, Tim. You should know Chris by now.
Yeah, definitely.
And when I was showing people pictures of this blood clot, and I says, no, that ain't his arse crack, by the way. Because it was like, I'll show you a picture of it. Oh, if I can find my phone, and I'm that game that did it. Hiya, Steve.
Steve.
All right.
Yep.
But yeah, this is the thing.
That's why I always come back, Brad. Love the humour in here, mate.
But Steve will tell you, Brad. You know what I mean? We couldn't give a rat's arse, basically. We talk about shit and
Chinese balls.
and Chinese balls and all sorts. You name it. We've talked about them all. Hiya, Brissy. How are you?
Hello, Brissy lad.
How do you eat yours, mate? Tim, how do you eat yours?
He says Mr. Pixie will have a very hairy leg if they do that. He'll have to use the ladies. He's got hairy legs
first.
anyway,
Hey! 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, he's celebrating with another beer.
All right, back to it in Man United now.
Tim like that one. I could go back to eating Man United.
You're not that bad, Chris.
No.
Well, not yet, anyway.
Oh dear.
Only times I want Man United to win is if they're playing, obviously, Forest, Wednesday, and Leeds.
Quite an extensive list, wouldn't you say?
Quite a long list there.
I'm trying to find that picture.
Yeah, definitely. Just
that week with blood clot where you sent me. I don't think I've saved it.
Oh. Okay.
But
I don't think we took a picture of that.
You did?
Did I?
Yeah, because you took a picture, because you sent it up, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's been to bed since then. I'll find it. Wait, see here, I've got it.
Oh, you got it, have you?
Yeah, so if you look at it, can you see that sort of crack thing?
Yeah.
It looks like it's on his arse, but it isn't. It's his leg bent. That's his knee. It's just like, but if you were to take a first look at that, it looks like it's on his arse cheek.
It does, yeah.
So anyway, he always lovingly refers to it as his third nipple.
No, that's funny.
Has it gone down then, Jeanette?
In that picture, it's sort of white, right? But it's sort of gone like a shade of purple now, if you know what I mean. So that's obvious the blood thinners is working, right. And it's getting blood to it now, rather than they weren't before.
Yeah. All right.
Brad says his mum used to say he's been to bed since then. Well, that's my excuse if I can't remember anything, Brad. I've been to bed since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such as like Brad. If I was showing him that picture, it looks like it's on his arse cheek. But it ain't. It's sort of it's like he's got his leg bent, and it's like anyway.
John Ladd says it can't be a good fart. Yeah, definitely you can't.
Yeah. Just make sure you're not in Lidl or Asda or Tesco or places like that.
No.
Yeah, it looks like they actually.
Missy says if it's gone purple, you rubbed it too hard to make it go down.
Brizzy.
Brad says the last thing I want is a nipple on your arse. Well, same as I say, I've shown you that picture. It does look like it's on his arse, but it isn't. It's on his leg. Sort of just on inside of his, on his calf. But yeah.
Yeah, I must admit, like those cakes yesterday look bloody like lovely. My mouth was watering. It's like, oh, if only I could have
I've got Crypto. Hi, Crypto.
Hello, Crypto.
But yeah, absolutely. I would highly recommend it to anybody. And like you said, you don't like Oreos, but I think you would have liked that cake.
Yeah, I think so as well. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I can't really explain. It was like because you've got Oreos in your batter mix, and you've got Oreos in your buttercream, and then we sprinkled Oreos on top. It was almost like a biscuit flavour. You know what I mean? You could tell.
I don't know why I like Oreos because I love biscuits. I think it must be I don't know. I haven't got a clue what it is. Brad, yellow card. Wide your neck in.
See you later, Jason Summers.
Yeah. See you later, Jason.
Jason, all the best to you, man. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, Brad's a good bloke. Like,
no worries, Tracy. Don't worry about it. But yeah, same as I say, when you said last night, you know, it looks nice, but I don't like Oreo. I think you would have liked it, Steve.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think you would like it. I mean, it's one of them things where it's very Moorish, and one. You know, you couldn't eat sort of one piece after other. You know, how can I put it? Yeah, it honestly, it is lovely. Tracy's just said we're lovely, but it's how can I put it? A bit sickly. You know, yeah.
Well,
but on the good side, sickly.
Yeah.
Crypto were disappointed because it didn't have no chocolate in. You might be even more disappointed next week because we're trying to do something a bit more healthy next week.
Well, I'm not watching it then.
Something with lemon and blueberries in. You know, at the moment we can't decide whether we're doing lemon and blueberry muffins or whether we're doing lemon and blueberry blondies.
No, I found lemon.
Well, this is. I mean, with Scott, he's celiac, so he can't have anything like that.
I could have eaten it, but I probably would have.
Well, Scotty says it did look good, even if he definitely wouldn't be able to eat it. But yeah, you see that Tracy's. You know, she says or both. We don't know yet. It's sort of the time element, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll get you, definitely.
Oh dear.
A little bit late when you
put it this way, Brad. Just take a look at the baking lives that I do. Yeah. I don't do healthy, but I sort of wanted to do, you know, semi-healthy as you might say.
This is where I get my fix when I can't eat it.
Yeah, Wallace gets a fix on a Tuesday evening.
But
if it contains chocolate, even better.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of chocolate.
Well, that's it.
I'll sometimes sit there watching and stirring the chocolate and then
I like how Tracy says I'll leave it up to the boss.
Well, I'm sorry, but like anything to do with chocolate, like I always call it chocolate porn.
Well, that's it. You
I got
see,
two bars
my channel, it's not just about the baking. It's like evenings like this when you you get together with your friends and you have a good laugh. And I agree to the baking lives is just a part of it.
Yeah, of course, definitely. But what I do enjoy though is the Friday shooting.
Yeah, Pete said if you eat healthy food, you won't live longer, but it'll feel like you do. You know what I mean? Well, look at it this way. I've been brought up with baking, with my mum baking, and I'm 61. Well, I'll be 61 this year. So yeah, you know, I'm an example of it hasn't done me any harm. But anyway, yeah, I know what you mean, Tracy. I know what you mean. It's sort of I've got to do a bit of number crunching, let's just say.
Are you taking the mic?
No, I'm not taking the mic, Crypto. No, I'm not.
No, this is it. Put your hat on, and I lean like that, right? And then he doesn't know me.
Food all the way.
No, I'm not taking the mic.
He's a rapper and you don't know it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, if you this is the thing. If you look on my vlogs, they're all baking related, except for two. And one is how to make cottage pie, and other one's how to make stew and dumplings. They're the only two that's not baking related.
Yeah. Oh, cottage pie.
So yeah, they the only two are to be whatever hundreds videos that are not baking related. This is the thing, Brad. I mean, if she's into baking, she's quite welcome to join us on a Tuesday evening. You know, a different face. You know what I mean? If she don't mind, I mean, she don't have to come on camera. She can just, you know.
Yes, I can't do it. Have you not seen my
That is
picture?
what I always say. You know, Chris and Callum's still alive. I ain't poisoned them yet. Stop being dramatic.
Just say you're not having any next time, then.
This is it, Brad. And I mean, I often sit there, don't you, Tim? On a Tuesday evening, and I say, I love it when people come to me and they'll say, I love baking. It's part of what I do, and I love baking. And if I can get somebody else involved, Tracy, believe it or believe it not, when she first started baking with me, she wouldn't say a word. She left talking to me. She just sort of followed my lead, so to speak, and she would not say a word. Now you look to now how she's grown in confidence.
That's the thing about it.
It's absolutely amazing how it's
because of
grown Tracy's confidence.
So like it's a bit weird at first when you look at a camera and you like, okay, well, let's just do it anyway, and boom. But as you get into it and as you sort of like get used to talking to a camera, it's sort of like it gets easier.
You see, there's a lot of people out there don't like sitting in and talking in front of a camera. Now with the baking, you don't necessarily have to talk.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing, if you know what I mean.
Easy now, right? Yeah, but that's the whole thing about it. As long as there's something to look at for someone to get their like see what you're doing and all this sort of thing, it's fine.
Yeah, we mentioned you last night, you know, bro, because we were talking about that same subject about confidence and everything, and I asked Richard and Tim the specific question because they're single and would they consider doing a baking live, and Tim said categorically no.
I was looking forward to some bird cakes.
Joel.
Hi, Joe. It shows she's got confidence in you, Tim. Yeah.
Hey, how do I speak Yorkshire now? Thanks to Janet and Chris.
Brad says that. But yeah, you know, bro's been on the baking lives when I did sort of men's only. Well, apart from me anyway. But yeah, they did a fantastic job. And it's not about can't bake, it's won't bake. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is Brad isn't short of confidence anyway. He'll jump on a live with me or
like a bit of cook.
Laugh and a joke sort of thing. That's the whole thing about it. It's all to do with banter.
See you later, Peter. But this is the thing, not everybody's got that confidence to come on camera.
Exactly.
And I respect that. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to be on camera. And if you are short of confidence, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
Took me a while to get onto the camera.
In fairness, I'm very shy myself. So I'm wild too. Shy and wild. So being on camera, it's not that easy. But
you weren't shy other night. You were quite Chris laughing.
I'm not asking.
No. It was Monday night, I think it were. Yeah.
Oh, you though last night after Wacky Wednesday?
No, it was Monday night.
Look, Crypto, I can do like you.
I don't think Joelle could have come on Monday, but she were a bit ooh la la in chat.
I'm hiding my hair tomorrow.
Sorry, Scotty. Sorry. It says it's dusty down in this basement. Sorry.
Yeah. That's all right.
You see, I mean, you probably know what I'm talking about. You can get deep in discussion and you don't realise that somebody's in basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I've had it multiple times. Like,
I
hello. And just like, oh. How you doing?
They just didn't get a good clean.
You could have cleaned it while you were down there, Scotty.
Plays havoc of the asthma.
I did most of it.
You could have done with get your feather duster out and clean it while you were down there.
Don't forget that. Ain't going in no fighters.
Hi, Lee.
Yeah, no thanks.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's not about. How can I put it? I mean, Scotty's seen the one where all men were baking. It's people think it's what it's.
Why did
women do
to kick?
But men enjoy doing it as well. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I said digs on it.
But it's all,
he did all the bread stuff. Now we do the fancy.
But this is the thing. I've sent Crypto no end of recipes, and she's yet to get cracking with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The whole thing about it as well.
Now it's getting the flour on it. It's so hard to get like the gluten-free flour and the stuff that you actually need.
Yeah. This is the thing, Steve. Because both Scotty and Crypto can't have. Yeah, and basically, Crypto's like gluten free and lactose free.
Yeah.
So I've had to search specific things in order to send them recipes onto Crypto.
I've got loads. It's just getting the stuff.
But
yeah, you know what I mean.
Because I think they do a lot of sort of like a something free, like
free from.
Well, there's different sorts of flowers. There's almond flour, and you know, there's you know, I've got a Dove's Farm.
You've
Use that right.
The brand up.
You make.
The whole thing though, Scotty, I haven't got an alcoholic drink now, but I got a boost, so I'm going to do a little salute for like to you, mate, all right?
Yeah, here's to Scotty's dad. Cheers.
He was a phony bugger, he was.
I've not even got any water. I need some water.
So,
Actually, I might go and get a glass.
No. But you know what I mean? It's sort of, you've got to cater for these. I mean, it's like vegan stuff. I mean, vegan, vegetarian.
Not going sugar planter. Can't stand the vegans. We had a vegan cafe. Actually, we had two. One closed.
But the thing is, it's out there, isn't it? You know what I mean? You know, it's like yourself. You're a celiac, and not everybody understands that.
Yeah.
That you know that. Well,
it's not a choice. Like
it's it's like an illness, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I know.
Like I chose to eat cardboard.
You know, I know because my ex-brother-in-law were a celiac, you know, and I know what he went through, and I know what he went through to get diagnosed, and you know, all sorts.
It's come a long way since then.
Yeah.
Even in the last couple of years, it's come a long way.
But yeah, you know, Asda do quite an extensive range of what they call free from, whatever sort of, you know, they do like a lot of free from stuff. You know what I mean?
It's questionable if it's free from water because it's dry as.
But this is the thing, even down to a either liquid or a powdered, you know, from eggs. You know what I mean? Like an alternative to real eggs. That, you know, you can get it in both forms. You can get it in liquid form, and you can get it also in powdered form.
Yeah.
So I can eat eggs.
Yeah. And if you look at the ingredients, since when has palm oil been made in the UK?
You see many palm trees in UK.
Exactly. They're on about carbon footprint. There's carbon footprint. They're on about carbon footprint. There's carbon footprint. That is just like, hang on, have you even looked at the ingredients in the junk that you eat?
Yeah.
It's travelled halfway across the bleeding world.
Yeah. Most of them. Yeah, I agree. Most.
Meanwhile, I could get a steak that's only travelled about 12 miles of that.
But I always say, Brad, I don't understand people if they're vegan, vegetarian, etc.
Just don't ram it down my throat.
Yeah, that's a personal choice made by individuals, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I was saying, we had two vegan cafes in my town. One lasted probably about 6 months, but that wasn't down to the fact that it's vegan. It's more down to the fact that they wanted to concentrate on their sustainable farm project that they were doing. So they shut the shop down and focused on that. It was like fair play. I mean, they were doing gluten-free stuff as well. So I was well away. I was pretty happy. Even though we had all vegan stuff in it, it didn't taste that bad. It was livable. The other one was a vegan cafe, which they bought the property that was originally a cafe, which got turned into a butcher's. So they're just like, hey, look, we've taken on this, place which was a butcher's.
Whatever.
And then we had a running joke. A lot of people had the running joke of what used to be our post office got sold, and people just like, oh, what should it be? Steakhouse. That'll drive them out of it. It's quite funny, actually. But they were barely ever open, and now it's finally, after half a year probably of not really being open, and then suddenly all the tables being upside down and whatnot, they finally stuck to let. Really? I went there for a coffee once. We can drink it.
This is what gets my goat. Why open a business for half the time not to be open. You know,
exactly. I mean, it was the opening hours were like something. I think it was like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I was like, what's the point in that? I get they've probably got other business that they're running.
Yeah,
but what they putting the profits from that business into the business which isn't open that often?
Maybe.
But this is it, you know. I mean, my outlook on it. If you're running a business, you've got to be open.
Commit. Yeah. Be committed.
As many times as possible for it to, you know, let's say, I mean, not necessarily make a profit, but at least be open, you know. Hiya, Bexy, how are you?
I mean, the wife of the person that ran that cafe, she used to run a pub, and it was quite the successful pub. It was only down to the brewery putting so much money in, money and all that she shut it down. But it's brilliant because when World Takeaways opened up, people were just like, oh, peri chicken, does that mean that gluten-free and all that? Like, so I had to break it to you. No, it's pre-made. I went in, and then it was actually her that replied back saying, it's not that difficult. All we've got to do is get a separate fryer. You could even get a desktop one.
That's the trouble with
she was actually on the side.
The problem with a lot of pubs nowadays. They're buying things in ready-made rather than making it from scratch.
Yeah,
it's the same with a takeaway. That's what they're doing.
Also, as well,
they do now.
It's because of money as well. That's the whole thing about it.
I mean, this is no disrespect to any other bakers that's out on YouTube. I know a channel that uses box mix, packet mix, whatever, and they're getting within about an hour, like something like 1.5k views. Now, here's me. I'm doing everything from scratch. You know, it don't make me angry because I think, well, fair play to you. You know what I mean? But to me, if it's a box mix or something like that, it's not made from scratch.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And there again, it's each to their own. You know, I mean, I wish everybody, you know, could make a success of the YouTube channel, but it's just the fact that, you know what I mean? You've already got, like, if you buy a box mix, you've got half of the ingredients already in this box mix.
That's true.
That's sort of my understanding, you know, and what I can't understand. And to be honest, I don't like box mixes because they're not the same as making it from scratch. You know, and using plain flour and baking powder and bicarb and whatever, you know what I mean?
As well, though, with box mixes, like, say, for example, like, it's good to do it with kids and that, because when my stepdaughter was younger, we used to get a box mix. Because like trying to do like everything from scratch, especially if you haven't got the money, or having it in one thing is a lot more easier. You know what I mean? I know most of the ingredients probably isn't expensive or whatever, but when you're having it, like you said, oh, can I have that? It's like, okay, fine, and then trying to work out what to buy to make it from scratch. But when it's in a box mix, it's a lot more easy.
Yeah, I mean, Brad understands what I mean. He says it's like beer community, the supermarket standard beers get the most views, and but that's it. You know, to me, Tim says he's just eating a cream egg.
I don't
anyway,
but
yeah, to me, it's not. How can I put it? It's not homemade. If you make it from a packet or a box, you know what I mean? You're getting predominantly, you know, half a job done for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like this. Steve will tell you. When I do my baking life, I explain. I always put recipe in description. And I explain to people what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. You know,
It's
And
the
it's
aim
what-
of a YouTube channel for me. You have to give tips, advice. You have to teach people.
Yeah.
And
Just
that
to
is
have an aim.
that is
If
my
you,
main
you have,
goal.
not
Yeah, that's the
filming
main
just,
goal of me doing the baking lives, is to
it has
show
to be,
people it's not impossible for you to make X, Y, or Z. You know what I mean? Even somebody that
it has to be informative, and it normally it has to be someone like a teacher who gives you tips, who gives you
Yeah.
the technique,
That's it.
how to
That's
do
it.
this, how to create. If you film yourself, like in many streamings, there are people filming themselves, okay, and so what? They don't even tell what they do. They just
Yeah.
do their activity without telling, just showing themselves. And for me, it's don't know. It's it has to be something
Helpful. Yeah. I
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
useful. And
I mean, Steve
only
hit nail on head
self-promotion.
last night when he says, "Well, I don't like Oreos, but yeah, he liked the look of it." You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Because with my channel, it's mainly like to do with my social life. Because I don't go out, I don't go whatever. So I literally do a live every Friday, have a few beers, and chill out. That's literally like Barry would tell you. That's literally my social life.
That's good.
I
That's
mean,
good.
And that's
Yeah.
basically what I've said a lot of times,
Right.
Steve. And partner sort of referred it to, it's like a bunch of friends sitting down at pub, having a pint and having a laugh together.
And this way is a lot more cheaper than actually going out, because like,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
25 quid like taxi home, and it's like, oh, what's the point?
And it's interactive.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
interactive.
It is. It is. Yeah, it is.
Very nice feeling.
Definitely. The whole thing about, because what I will be doing, hopefully in the next few months, is trying to explain to people about autism as well, because I'm autistic, like trying to get people.
I mean, this is what I said about when Johnny said he had the, and I mentioned sort of like the dumping, what you call dumping syndrome. I know because I've been through it.
Yeah.
But people don't know what it's all about. I mean, you could sort of liken it to having a panic attack, you know, a seizure. You know what I mean? It's all different things. People have different reactions to it. And all it is because Johnny's lost so much weight, his body can't cope with the sugar.
Yeah.
It's his body's way of saying that, hang on a minute, you fed me too much sugar.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And in a human being, we are so different from
You know, Sprowers, it says, I don't mean to offend you, but can you please say a quote? I shall say this only once. French.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah.
It's from Milo Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I shall say this only once.
I do.
Do you want to say it in English, you know, bro, or do you want to say it in French, or? But yeah, good moaning.
Good morning. I was waiting for someone to put that. Good morning.
Brad says he lost £10. He says not in weight. They donated it to Tim's Cream Egg Only fans.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, he wants you to say it in English.
Hang on.
I've got a quote, but I have to go and get it because it's from
No, all he wants you to say, Joelle, is I shall say this only once.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah. What is it? Cream egg night tonight?
It must be. How do you
It's just eaten one, and Scotty's got one. Baby, go to the shop and get me a cream egg. Asda's still open till 11 o'clock.
I'm not saying how I eat my cream egg because I guarantee you.
I think it's partly because it's a running joke with Terry because she keeps mentioning.
Shall I tell you how I eat my cream egg? I bite top off.
No, I want mint arrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I just.
And then when your tongue can't go any further down, you bite some more off it and finish.
Yeah, I ain't eating that one.
Some egg.
I don't mind
That's just
cream
rude,
eggs,
Terry.
but they get a bit messy for me.
They are a bit sticky. Bexy says I'll say it in Scottish. How you? I will say is only once. I don't think I did it justice. You know, Rose says has she gone to get a trench coat and a beret?
Well, I'll tell you later on because it's a really nice coat that, but I don't know where it is now. I don't remember it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh, I know, Pete. The government supermarkets before Christmas. It says when I were a lad, you could only get cream eggs at Easter. But yeah, the government supermarkets, they've got Easter eggs in supermarkets as well.
I nearly forgot to put Coke in that. That would have been good, wouldn't it? I don't know.
Oh. I've got my after 8.
Straight back.
Would have actually sent somebody round because somebody go round to get Scotty up off the floor.
I've done it before. I have actually done it before. Well, forgot to put the Coke in. I'm going, that was a strong one. Oh, wait. I didn't put any Coke in it.
I've been there before as well. It's all like, okay. Oh, whoops. But it was amaretto.
In fact, I think it was actually during the Christmas live stream, which would explain a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would. That was about 8 hours long.
Terry's getting blamed now for cream egg situation.
No, you like cream eggs, go for it.
That's Tim frozen.
Let it go.
I don't know. I just see her.
Oh no!
Every time.
So saying that song though, right? There's a different version to that. Well, I won't sing it because
let one go. Let one go.
Can't hold it back anymore.
But not in Asda or Tesco's or Lidl or yeah.
Or
there's a time and a place to let it go.
Yeah.
At a bus stop.
Yeah.
Don't do it in the corner shop near the till neither. There's a tip.
Yeah. Plenty of fresh
all good.
Around.
Not very enlightening.
Or
dear.
Just leave the shop.
Just make sure you're in a well aerated place, not in confined spaces.
Yeah.
It's a bit red.
No.
But yeah, just make sure you're not in confined space.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Scotty to say I'm here all week.
Especially if you've had a curry night before.
Oh no! I went with my friend to the corner shop round the corner to his, and apparently I wasn't the only one that has done it. Dropped a fart by the till because his partner did a few weeks beforehand.
Do they have a fan now strategically placed on counter just in case?
I think I need to invest in one.
I'll tell you something now before anybody. If you find a cream egg that's half white and half milk, don't eat it. Whatever you do, it's worth about £10,000.
Yeah, but also if you
don't say that. I'm buying loads of cream eggs now.
But yeah, if it's like this promotion thing to promote people to buying cream eggs. If you find one that's half and half, don't eat it.
Can I just eat the chocolate half? We'll get away with that.
Yeah.
I think
Glad I muted because that was a pitiful bird.
To eat chocolate.
But how would you find out?
Sorry.
Sorry. What were you going to say, Joanne?
Well, there's a quote that I really like, but there are so many quotes about life, love, friendship. Well, of course, live your life to the fullest. It's not a quote; it's a motto that we should all have to do. But
Yeah, I agree.
It's by J.K. Rowling, the writer, the Scottish. I don't know if he's Scottish. I remember.
Wouldn't eat it though.
So she said,
Brad, this is a thing. If you're buying a cream egg, I don't know how much they are nowadays because I haven't bought one for God knows how long. You imagine
the pack, I think.
Yeah, 10 grand.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you should think about how many cream eggs you could buy for that. Change that.
You watch after that live stream, Crypto will go through all cream eggs she's bought, stripping things off to see whether they're off and off.
I bet Terry's searching through them all.
I'll just have a load more.
Yeah, just check that. I'm just saying, if you find one that's off and off, it's worth about 10 grand. This is the thing. I saw a notification. I think it were on Google or something. And this guy didn't realise that Cadbury's were doing this promotion, and he got an off and off and scoffed it.
Oh, I'll be so tempted to eat it.
And then somebody told him that,
mini egg.
You should have eaten it. You could get 10 grand if you get a cream egg that's off and off. It's too late now.
Take it quick for me.
It's too late now. I've eaten it.
Damn it.
But yeah, Tommy says, well, hold on, what were you about to say, Joelle?
No, nothing too exciting. Don't worry, Tommy. It's just a quote that I like by J.K. Rowling. We are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. It's a good quote, this, because when we are, we can be strong if we are all together.
Yeah.
Divided if we are apart.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's what she said, among other things.
A very good quote that is, Joelle.
I love quotes. Kind of quotes, like by Nelson Mandela. It's never impossible until it's done, or something like this. But
yeah.
What's that other quote? United we stand, divided we fall.
Ah, true.
Yep.
United we stand, divided we fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very true. If it's sort of a certain something that's close to your heart, then we've all got to stand together.
Go back a minute.
True. Especially in this particular world where we are just going insane.
Were you on about Joelle or myself?
Wacky Wednesday. So Wacky
Wednesday. Yeah, and that's another one. The chain is only as strong as its weakest link. That's another quote. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautifully said. Mm-mm.
But I mean, don't get me wrong, Brad. I think any quote, so long as it comes from art, you don't know what I say in, so long as it's from art, that's all that matters. Because he said if he said it in his Brummie accent, everybody would laugh. But to me, it don't matter what accent you've got, whether it's Scottish, whether it's, whatever, it's what's in here. But
yeah.
No, don't mention that word, Tommy.
Which
That's a
word?
swear word, that.
Yeah. When it says
I mean, a blue RC car's offensive.
What about Sheffield
United Wednesday, the blue or the red? Red or blue?
Swearing, everyone. Tommy's swearing. No, we don't have that mentioned in this household at all. But piggies. A herd of buffaloes is only as fast as the slowest buffalo. Oh, that one's a new one. Not heard that one. But yeah, not being funny, but we're only joking. I mean, Chris is to Chris the nondescript. You know what I mean?
Just say, where's my Tipex, Tim? Smelly said, where's my Tipex? Got some here. What do you want? Aftermarket crap? I don't work. There you go.
No, don't worry about it, Tommy. You know, we're only having a bit of fun with pulling your leg. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's.
See that in the chat.
I looked at it this way. Each individual has got their own personalities. You know, some are, you know, out there in your face, you know, as I kind of put it. And then you've got like on the flip side of the coin, people that are introverts and, you know, not very good at socializing, etc.
Yeah.
But I don't look at that. I mean, how can I put it? And my quote is, "You can never judge a book by its cover." You know what I mean? It's in here what counts. You know, if that is in the right place, then you know.
Beard's at the itchy stage.
Yeah, definitely, I stand by that quote as well.
You know what I mean? It's never judge a book by its cover.
And you have to read the book. Don't judge it by its cover, and read it and see what the story is all about.
Exactly.
Oh wait, no, that's a box set.
Thank you, Brad. But yeah, that is my mantra. We'll call it what you like. I don't care, you know, if somebody's comes on panel that's got purple spots all over their face and, you know, afro or whatever, you know what I mean? I never judge a book by its cover. I always say you give people the benefit of the doubt, good or bad, you know what I mean? And it's in here what counts. You know what I mean?
And be the reason that someone smiles today. You are the reason that someone smiles today. Be the reason. I like this quote. Be the reason that someone smiles today.
Welcome back, Crypto.
And Janet is.
Oh, he's making me blush now, Joel. I try. You know what I mean. I know that. I mean, like, I don't know whether Scott is listening. Hi, John. How are you?
John Clem.
But yeah, Scott is going through a rough day today. If we can make him laugh, make him smile, you know, that is what we want for him. You know, we don't want him to feel sad. You know what I mean? We've all got them sort of specific dates in his lives. Mine's April.
Yeah.
Well, mine's April and August because my mum's birthday's in August and my mum died in April, you see. So yeah, you know what I mean? We've all got, you know, we've all got them days that we dread. And if one person brightens your day, then, you know, that
makes your day.
Yeah.
And Tim earlier said about his mum in December. I remember that you wrote in the chat, you've written in the chat that it was in December 9 years, if I remember what you said.
But yeah, you know what I mean? We don't, this is what I'm trying to say. We're not here to drag people down. We're here to lift people up. Not drag them down. We're here to lift people up. You know,
people.
Johnny's had a bad day, and he said to me earlier on, he says, I needed somebody to vent to.
Not trying to make them feel but
yeah. And Tracy was saying earlier on, it's not a good day for her because her mum died 9 years ago, and this is what I'm saying. And Johnny sort of messaged me, and he says, I'm having a bad day, blah blah blah. I needed somebody to vent to, and I says, look. And I say this to Tim, and I say this to anybody. If you've got me on Facebook, etc., you're having a bad day, just message me. I can't say that I can put words to right. And I says to Johnny, I says, 100% that I'm here for you and Tracy anytime.
And it's important to feel down. I mean, it's not important. It's not what I want to say, but it's human being to be not.
Someone mentioned purple spots.
That's why I went off camera.
I had to find the makeup palette, didn't I?
But you ought to go and get it checked out, Scotty. You might have chickenpox or measles. Oh dear! But this is what I'm saying, Scotty. Tracy's down because it's anniversary, of a mum's today. Yeah. It's our job is to make people laugh. It's to make people smile. You know what I mean? And if we can make you laugh or we can make you smile, even if it's just one, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's oh dear.
That's what we need.
John says, Scotty, would it help if I some nudie pics of myself?
Oh, pass that, John.
This is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? How can I put it? It's such a lovely. It's such a lovely community what we've got here. You know what I mean? We have a joke at like each other's expense. You know what I mean? We lift each other's up, not put each other down. And I don't care what each individual's channel is about. It don't matter to me. It could be.
Unless we criticize Sheffield United, and then it's going to be.
Oh, yeah, that's a no-no, Joe.
Oh, yeah, about this.
But yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be a channel about squeezing boils on bums. You know what I mean? But
what have I come back to?
It's not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, how can I put it? It's like I can't. Everybody's channels merges into one when they hear. Yeah. If you know what I mean. It's not about what your channel's about. It's about the atmosphere
and the person themselves as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
Each personality.
Yeah. But yeah, Amjad says we're just one big YouTube family. It is. That's all I see it as. You know what I mean? Yeah. He says it's therapy. Okay, he's only asked once or twice. But this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? There's so many great people. I mean, there's sort of that bad element of YouTube, but we don't like to think about that. We just like to think of the good elements.
Internet, usually it's terrible.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
and people
I got mine.
they hide behind the screen. I'm not talking about the chat. I'm talking about generally speaking on Facebook, for instance. If you comment on a music page, they're gonna say to the singer I love, "Oh, you look old," but "Oh, terrible how you look," and whereas they criticize physically people, and I can't stand this.
No.
It's like
that's what they're called keyboard
show up
warriors.
if they are strong enough to show what they
I've read it, Brad. It says, do I go live at weekends? Not normally, but I went live last Saturday because Sheffield United were playing on the Friday evening and it were on the red button. So I had to switch my Friday to Saturday.
Because like what I normally do as well, I normally go live Friday, say about 6 o'clock. And then I sort of jump on Jeanette's like being a bit merry.
Nothing wrong with that.
Great Saturday. That was lively and very.
It were you know it were
touch of madness.
I think it were because I don't go live normally on a Saturday. It was something different. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean. The normal. It's live Monday, baking Tuesday, live on a Wednesday. Then I have Thursday off. I go live Friday, and then I've got weekend off. But it was sort of a bit of swapsies, you know. Rather than go live Friday, I went live Saturday, so Lado and my son could watch football. Me and I didn't watch it. I went upstairs. Watching telly upstairs, me.
The whole thing is, I don't like. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go on, Steve.
Well, I don't get football. The only time I actually watch football is when England's playing because it's like sort of pride and all this sort of thing. I haven't got a team or whatever. I'm not really bothered about it all. But when it comes to rugby, that's it. I know exactly what people will be talking about. Like, can you imagine rugby?
I like what Pete's just put. He says, I'm here because I feel at home with fellow nutters.
Yeah.
It is the nail right on the head.
That's true, though.
And the other day, Johnny 5 had said, "Oh, here's a bunch of coconut." Johnny had said on the chat, "We were a bunch of coconut" or something like this.
But the whole thing is, like, it's nice to have that, like, because like obviously what like me and Brad have been on live together. I know how far I can push until he gets a bit annoyed, sort of thing. But like Brad,
it's like Pete. It's like Chris. You sort of get to a certain point until you know where a person's limits are. If you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because with banter, you can banter or like whatever and have a good laugh. When
I mean, I was just talking about this other night. Me and Chris have a lot of banter, but I know when to zip it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, likewise as well.
When I know he's sort of like getting annoyed and certain things like that, it's getting to that point where you know you realise it and zip it. You know what I mean?
That's how a couple lasts, when you know exactly what to do and to help you.
Yes, Brad.
I'm getting all slushy with you now, Steve.
Oh, I know the reason why. I'm not going there.
Have you got a bit of a bromance going on?
Yeah, it's a bromance, but yeah, like the whole thing is not reciprocated.
Well, I thought, well, it's first time he's come into my chat. It can't be talking to me. You'll get to know us eventually, Brad. You'll find out we're all as nutty as what Steve is.
I think as well. I think Scouse came in. Like I think it was on Tuesday. He's another person who I know very well as well. And it's nice to have people like from my channel come in here because they are all respectful, especially like Phil as well. Like he's a cracking bloke.
Oh yeah, Trilby Phil.
Yeah.
He doesn't half make me laugh sometimes. But this is it, you know what I mean? And it's like if I'm around, I'll come into yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, definitely. Everyone's welcome, by the way. Everyone is completely welcome to come up on panel or whatever, so it's all fine.
There you go.
He says, Jeanette, I bloody love you and all. There you go.
Wow. Chris is gonna be jealous.
Welcome to the nut house. It isn't a necessity, but it helps.
Yeah.
I bet that chipmunk is it the squirrel.
That's a squirrel. No, it's not Tim this time.
Yeah. You take it, Tim.
But yeah, that's the motto. I mean, you don't have to be nuts to come here, but it helps.
Yeah.
And if you want to be donuts,
I'm nutty myself.
Always welcome, Tracy. Always welcome.
Now that's fruit porn, Scotty. You've got one picture up there. Donuts.
Okay, donut.
no, can I? But you know why I've got that background.
Yeah, Tracy's been over to your chat as well. So there's been quite a few come over from mine to yours, and that's what we do. Is mates and pals, you know what I mean? We send people over to people's channels, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
it says the nut ass. Honestly, it's just like being back at my mum's, except the accent is different. Oh, you'll get to know his little foibles, you know, when you've been around a few times.
What's good? We are not judged here. Nobody judges you, so perfect.
No, that's one thing.
No one would tell me that my English is bad.
That's one thing. I never judge anybody. That's one thing I would never do.
Back in a minute, dog on.
Oh, well, pee-pee. Biscuit's flat out. I just said, does he want to pee-pee? And he just... He snores as well, by the way.
I don't know what my dog's up to. Probably.
So, Chris, new profile Facebook is the dog.
The what?
Chris, new profile. He has updated.
Oh yeah, picture of Biscuit.
It's Biscuit called Chris Pickering.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's cute.
You know, is that laid back? If we ever got burgled, Biscuit would show them where all goodies, all expensive stuff is. I mean, people can knock on door. You don't even bark when they knock on door. You know, can you imagine a burglar breaking in? They'll say, "Oh, I like you. Let me show you where he keeps his drone, or let me show you where he keeps his camera." And yeah, they think just.
You got treats. I mean, my dog. You got treats. Yeah, we could be friends.
Well, yeah.
I'll go back
that's Biscuit. You know, you can take out you want as long as you've got treats.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah,
I think my dog's defense mechanism is just farting.
Are you sure my dog and your dog's not related, Scotty?
Sometimes I think there's a bit of a competition going on, not going to lie.
Brad wants you to say, Joel, up the Villa. It's a football team, by the way.
Uh-huh.
He wants you to say it in your French accent.
Alors, let me... what's the... Joel, can you say up the Villa? Up the Villa.
There you go. We aim to please, Brad.
There we go.
Oh dear.
That's
and Joel is actually
the right way, and it's a compliment, I hope, because explode. I don't know if it's.
Well, yeah, because he's a Villa supporter, so yeah, it's like Chris.
Yeah,
but yeah, you know, Joelle is actually in France, and she lives in Paris.
Mm.
Cool. But,
so so she's not just French living in the UK. She's French but living in Paris.
Yeah, because I think it's an hour ahead. I think like in France. I think so. I'm not sure.
So, you're in Manchester. If I remember, Steve is in Brighton.
I'm near Brighton, yeah. I'm near Brighton.
And Scotty, Liverpool.
No.
Uh,
Somerset down south.
Down south. I'm further down than Liverpool, that's for sure.
You've got a friend for life there, Joel. You've got a friend for life. It says, poor blimey, we're only in January, but nothing's going to top that this year. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. You know, it's these simple things in life that please people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do any accents, so I couldn't do a Brummie accent and I couldn't do a French one.
I can't do a French one. I have tried.
But yeah, just to let you know, Brad.
Brad was definitely the one for yeah, not
the English way. I can try.
I'm a very simple person. Well, if you're wondering what my accent is, I live in Sheffield, South Yorkshire, but I was brought up in Nottinghamshire. So that's sort of, that's sort of my accent. And Pete is from Nottinghamshire, but he lives in really North Wales.
Oh, that's right. Well, no enough.
And Tim, are you Scot or Brit English? You're English, according to your accent. I guess he's English.
Yes.
Tim.
Oh yeah. Well, this is where it gets confusing.
It gets very confusing.
Yeah,
but that's just
Tim is originally from Peterborough, but lives in Scotland.
That is fine.
All right.
So yeah, I was born in Nottinghamshire. I was raised in Nottinghamshire, but I moved to Sheffield when I met other half. Not Tim, by the way. Him over there. Just tried to explain because Brad wanted Joelle to say up the villa in a sexy French accent, so she did. And he says it's made his year. And I says, this is where it gets complicated because I'm from Nottinghamshire, but I live in Sheffield, South Yorkshire.
It's supposed to be a Frenchy Malay.
And Tim is originally from Peterborough, but lives in Scotland.
All right.
And Crypto is from Manchester and lives in Manchester.
I'll be
born in Manchester.
Yeah, fine, Manchester.
What you trying to do? One uppers now. Chris says, well, I can beat lot on you because I was born in Kenya and live in Sheffield.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very.
He moved back to this country when he was 7.
Right.
At the time, this is the story. At the time, he worked for Johnson and Johnson. You know the baby products, Johnson and Johnson. Well, he worked for them. Now they were setting up like a manufacturing plant out in, I think it was Nairobi in Kenya. Zambia. Oh, I don't know. And Nairobi. But anyway, so his dad took the family out there because at the time they just got his two sisters, but Chris was actually born in Kenya.
Okay.
So if he so wanted, he could claim dual citizenship, but he didn't. You know what I mean? Because he was actually born there. So it's a bit, it gets a bit complicated. But you see, this is the thing. Chris has actually got his birth certificate, but it's like all in tatters. And it's like rocking or shit trying to get him a new birth certificate because he weren't born in this country.
Yeah.
So it's a case of he'd have to write to the consulate or whatever in Kenya and say, well, look, I was born in Kenya, but I lived back in the UK since I was 7. And they would source a birth certificate for him. So it's,
Yeah.
It's a very complicated sort of situation. If he wants a new one,
We
what
nearly
do you
had a
mean?
casualty. I nearly spelt that.
Hiya, Jamie.
Would be a casualty.
Pete says I was born at a very
Hello,
early age.
Tony.
See, simple sense of humour. As I say, like,
Well, this is it. But yeah, it does get very complicated. There's several times he's, been sent around houses. All he needs is because see, this is the thing as well. I mean, because I was born in Nottinghamshire in a place called Mansfield, all I had to do was ring up the Mansfield Register Office and they just ask your father's name and your mother's maiden name and what job they did.
Yeah.
And yeah, it were like next day or day after that, you'd get your birth certificate because there's a wish man were that simple, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know what my dad was listed. Don't know if he was an electrician or not, man.
But that's what Chris's dad were, but he were like more on the industrial electrician side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's cool.
Maybe.
I don't know if I've got a copy of the birth certificate.
But yeah, that's basically what Chris's dad did. And because he was a leading electrician in his field, that's why they asked him to go over to Kenya to set this up and show them how to go on with, etc. And that's why you were born in Kenya.
Yeah, my dad was listed as electrician then.
Either way, the plug.
Welcome back, Gordo. I hope Tim's got Circle of Death.
Welcome back, Gordo.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's well, this is the thing, and this is what I always say to Chris. Well, you don't do things by halves, do you? You've always got to complicate things.
Things.
Yeah.
And it's same with blood clot. You know what I mean? When he don't get ill all that often, but when he does, by God, he goes for jugular. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So the other day, Steve, we talked about Chinese balls. I've got Kit Kat balls, mate.
In 1996, it's not very delicate.
Well, we've had Scotty flashing his cream egg. We've got Joel flashing a Kit Kat balls. Oh, Gordo says he don't have a bit.
I've just seen the Kit Kat. I was like,
Brad Evans says all or nothing. I like it. I think you get on with Chris. I mean, that's my best shot, but
Got there in the end.
The whole thing that I've learned about
you see what I mean now, Brad? Jamie's put welcome back, Gordo. You missed a lot. Pixie did a striptease and showed us how he exercised. Oh yeah.
Burning, Gordo. Chris, it was burning.
Yeah, because Gordo were adopted. Yeah. I know why now, Rick. Why I ain't got this certificate. Tell you what, put one of them balls in Tim's cream egg and we'll be watching a very different website. Oh, dear me.
But this is the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll be signing out.
With Brad though, he's got a wicked sense of humour, and he's like he can be sarcastic as well. But
the thing is, that's the sort of thing that goes on here, Steve, as you well know.
Yeah.
So how can you be offended by anything that? See you later, John. Thanks for popping in.
Have a good evening.
You know what I mean? We have a lot of banter between ourselves. And it's sort of. This is how you got blind yet, Tim.
I'm not going there. Something to pop in my head. I'm not going there.
But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We have this banter between all of us. You know what I mean? We have a dig at this person, or we have a dig at this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And It's sort of it goes over people's heads because we know that that's all it is. It's just banter.
Yeah. Because like the whole thing is, I think Brad knows a few things to say that goes over my head straight away. Anyway, so he just says it. What? I don't know. We just move on. It's funny, like, but this whole thing, like when you know someone on a personal level, it means more as well when you're having a laugh and joke with people. You know what I mean?
Terry's just said I had to get my wet floor sign out again.
I'm not bleeding wet floor sign.
I'm not going to ask
She
why.
sent me a photo of a wet floor sign the other day.
Brad, this is the thing.
That's what she said, Brad.
And I think everybody will say the same thing. I never dish it out if I can't take it back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And everybody will say the same thing. If you can't take it, don't dish it out. You know what I mean? And that's that's my saying.
The whole thing is, I call well, I take the mickey out of Brad, like saying he's from Manchester, and he doesn't like it, so he's like okay, fine. Like as soon as he gets it in the basement, he gives me the finger. It's like okay, I'll wait for you that way.
But this is another one. I mean, it's like let's say, I mean, you've heard this story about Tracy coming back from Doncaster. She'd been to a funeral, and the rail and bus strikes were on, so she ended up somehow at Meadowhall bus station. So she was there 3 hours waiting for another bus to take her to Leeds. So when Johnny told me, I says, stupid cow, she should have rung me. But she knows I'm just saying it in jest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying about, being able to take it. She knows I'm only joking. And it's sort of one of them situations where she says, because I says to her, yeah, exactly. Pete says people in glass house just shouldn't throw stones. But yeah, it were one of them situations where it had been a trying day. So she was thinking to herself, well, how am I going to get back home? And I says to her, I says, if you'd have rung me, I says, we're about 10, 15 minutes at a push from Meadowhall interchange, as they call it. I says, and she says, well, I could have come to your house for a bit. I says, well, even better. I says, Chris could have picked you up from interchange. I says, and there's like a slip road onto M1. I says, you could have been home in about 20, 30 minutes. And she says, well, I never thought. You know what I mean? But it's one of them situations at the time you don't think.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
I still called her a silly cow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the amount of like crap I get off Brad is just, like, as Gordon says, it's definitely water under the fridge. Oh, so yeah, it's fine.
Oh dear me! Talk about dad jokes.
What's long and sticky?
Water under the fridge.
Goldo
water. I think I've got
Goldo has a very creative mind. Creative.
Yeah.
Go on, I'm sure you're going to tell us. What's wet on the inside, airy on the outside? It starts with C, ends in T, and has a U and an N in the middle.
Oh dear. I'm not going there.
Tracy says yes, she did, bless her, and I love you, Jeanette. Well, you know I love you, otherwise I wouldn't call you a stupid cow, would I?
I was going to say something then to that, but I'm not going to. Nearly walked into it.
Yeah. He says a coconut, you dirty buggers. But yeah, like, you know. But this is the thing. Yeah. I said to Tracy, I said she had to get a bus from Doncaster to York, and then from York to Meadowhall interchange. Then she got to wait 3 hours for another bus to take her to Leeds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm there going, Tracy, I said, we could have got you back home in less than an hour. You know what I mean? Because where the Meadowhall interchange is, like next thing down, it's like a slip road onto M1.
Yep. Oh, you know, Mac.
But same as I said, you know, when you're in sort of like stressful situations like that, you don't think, do you?
Not at all, no. Not at all. You don't think at all. Definitely.
You know, well, Jeanette and Chris only live just down the road. You know, if I phone them, they can, you know, you know, same as I said.
Yeah. My worst stranded situation was right pain. I ended up having to get a train, which the train station which went to, well, was actually running, wasn't even in the town. It was about a 30-odd, maybe longer walk. Felt longer anyway. And then I had to get another train from there to get back to the next town over. And the buses finished at 8 o'clock. Thankfully, my next door neighbour was still around to be able to give me a lift and pick me up.
So I'm looking at what Brad's put. He says, I had an argument with a flat earther the other day. He was going mad at me. I said, okay, prove it. So he stormed off. He will come round in a minute.
I was off that Gordo's.
Gordo, I'm so wet, Mrs. G yelled. Give it to me right now. But I didn't care how many times she asked. She wasn't getting my umbrella. Oh, we class them as dad jokes.
Oh, they're great, aren't
they? But yeah. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's I didn't say you could have a coffee as well.
That's true.
Just come here and show Brad yourself.
That is true.
I didn't mean show him yourself. I meant.
No, it's difficult.
I didn't mean show him yourself. Quite literally. I didn't.
That would make the live stream go down the pan a bit.
Braddy's first time has ever been in my live stream. This is my Pixies channel. So if you want to subscribe, there's a lot of drone videos.
I know.
It's his fault.
I don't want to see the third nipple.
Yeah, the guy with the third nipple.
I'm not cocking my leg up on live streams to show you the nipple.
I don't want to see his third nipple. His face will suffice. What's the rudest appliance in the kitchen?
Oh, here we go.
Give me some loving.
Scaramanga. Proof the earth is not flat, otherwise cats would have tipped everything over the edge by now.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But yeah.
Literally, my cat is always sitting on the coffee table. It's a right nightmare. Because everything that's on the coffee table ends up with cat butt.
They must know, like, it gets towards the edge, you're like,
no, she just sit on anything and everything, and she's just there. Like earlier, I was having to shred a load of paper, and the cat was just sat there, just staring at my mum, meowing. There's no reason at all, except for the fact she wanted biscuits.
What's the reason why it's in the kitchen, the wash machine? Because it takes the piss out of your pants.
But yeah, for anybody that's interested, this is Chris's YouTube channel. It's his fault I'm on YouTube in first place.
What I will do, I'll
So yeah, that's Chris's. He don't do any live streams, but he does a lot of drone photography type of thing.
I'm still yet to get out with my camera.
You know, if you're interested in that sort of thing, then go and subscribe to him. If not, you know.
There you go. Got an extra subscriber there, mate.
But yeah, the thing about Chris,
Tim's gone.
The thing about Chris, he will subscribe back to you. What does a nearsighted gynecologist and a public comment?
A wet. Oh.
I am saying no more. I'm saying no more.
Boom, boom.
But yeah, you know, I'm same as I say, I'm sort of not saying, you know, go over and subscribe to him, but if that's your, you know, that's your sort of thing, like drone videos, photography. He does do odd short about random things every now and again.
No,
He said basically Chris is a peeping Tom.
I get me long zoom lens and I'll be.
Whether you read that or not, Briss says, wait till I get my long zoom lens and then I will be. Oh, dear me.
200 metres away, I've just got to get in focus.
Although said that Chris is a peeping Tom, Tim. But yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
But you see, this is another thing. That's the general consensus of people with drones. That everybody thinks that they're peeping Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotty's got a big lens. Ooh.
Oh.
That did sound wrong.
Oh, easy now.
That sounded wrong on every single
level.
300 millimetre one.
It says it's a 300 millimetre one.
Yeah, 700 to 300. 75
Yeah,
to 300.
700, 300.
75 to 300.
Yeah, 70 back. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're just numbers to me.
Yeah, likewise as well.
No, Sony.
So, Sony.
Sorry, what is it? 1.8?
I think so, yeah.
See, Chris has got Canon. He's got Canon. Well, he's got two. He's got a Lumix and then he's got a Canon as well.
I've only got a little zoom.
Yeah, because I had to get a new camera, I ended up with 4 lenses now.
I don't know whether you heard that or not. It says I've only got a little zoom.
Oh no! Like, the whole thing
you know, it's one of them streams tonight where there's a lot of innuendos.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, I literally, like, my head's about to go.
That's my little zoom.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think I've got one about that. So
it's when Jeanette gets out of the shower.
Yeah, it's the job of a quick shower then, isn't it?
I'm being picked up for press job in the morning. Save it for Friday if I was you, Bradley. So yeah.
Yeah, Gordo says he's a Canon user. There again, it's like you know, everybody's got their different like favourite cameras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are into the Lumix cameras, and Chris is a Canon all the way.
f4.5. Yeah.
Is that
go for it, Brad. You may as well.
Camera.
But yeah.
Let's set another beer. How about 2 months for time?
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's
that's the new camera. Only used it once.
Okay.
It says Tim's put it's dark in basement, and I went to click on it, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Yeah, that's a new one.
The spider's got him.
There we go.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's the photographer and different people. Some prefer Canon, some prefer Sony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I've always used Sony. Since I got my first DSLR. I still got the first one. It doesn't work. That's the first one.
Gordo says, right, hang on a minute. You've seen it, have you?
Micro lens.
If you want to take rude pictures of him, Jeanette, I'll lend you my macro lens.
Oh, dear, it's funny. No,
I mean, that's technically a macro.
That one's big enough for Gordo.
I've been thinking about getting a DSLR camera, like for streaming as well.
They are. They DSL.
Because apparently it's a better.
Well, DSLR, I don't know.
Say it properly.
So yeah.
But yeah.
Single lens reflex. There you are. DS. I might have said that backwards.
DSLR.
I've had a few drinks. Shut up.
Hey?
I think you're entitled to them, mate. So don't worry about that. Definitely. But yeah, well, right, ladies and gents, and you lovely people, I'm gonna have a scoop because the wife is going to be off to bed. So,
Okay, then, Steve, no problem.
If you guys are up for it, Friday about 6 o'clock, I'll be going live. So,
Okay.
All right, what I'll do, I'll put it out on my community tab and all sorts of shit. So,
Okay, then, Steve. I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you later. Thanks for popping up.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Tim's on and all now.
Tim's like a yo-yo tonight.
Gordo says if that's not good enough, I'll lend you the extension tubes as well. Oh dear.
He uses a Sony. Yay. It was quite funny because how many years? It's quite a few years ago now. It had to be probably about 2017, I'd say. Not been 18. No, I think it was 2017. I'm part of a camera group on Facebook in my local area, and they decided to do a couple of workshops, and they had a nighttime workshop that was in the town which I was living in at the time, because it was when I was working down in Butlins. So I was living in Watchet, and they had a nighttime photography workshop out there doing on the harbour, and there was everyone with their Nikons or Canons, and there was like me and one other person with Sony, and the person running the workshop went, "Oh damn, I have no idea." He was so lost, he had no idea.
Gordo says, how much was that camera body, Scotty?
I can tell you because I've only got it last year.
That's it. Brad says he won't have one tonight to wind down. Now he's on his fifth and he's blaming Steve.
Oh, come back here, you swine. There we go.
Hey, Tim's gone again.
It was 149, that one, and that did come with another lens. My last DSLR which I had, which was a Sony Alpha 200, that one was a lot less, and that was actually my 21st birthday present. So, yeah, I had it for a few years.
Well, you're only 27 now, right? You're nearly 27.
Nearly 27, yeah.
It's not all that long ago.
Yeah, but the camera's been abused. Oh, it's the company, GBR 13. It's the company which they sell lots of used and parts.
Isn't that where you got your that lens from? GBLR, I think.
GBR 13.
Baby, wasn't it GBR 13 where you got your lens and whatever from? Oh, he says MPB. Oh.
MPB.com.
Yeah, that is another used camera.
GBM.
What? Say it again, Scotty. G what?
GBR 13.
DBR 13.
Oh, is that a website? Or?
Yeah, for you.
It's a website and on eBay as well. And Facebook.
Here we go. He's going to research it.
Wow.
DB.
Gordo says the only thing I don't like about Sony is the lack of lenses.
Yeah, but you can get adapters.
DBR 13.
It's all about looking in right places.
Yeah, that's it.
You can find them if you're looking in right places. There's Tim Frogs again.
Sony A. Mine is a A58, my one.
DBR13.com or what?
What's the... Show me that card again.
Okay. Yeah.
You can use all the old Minolta.
Okay.
Lower a bit. www.gbr13.co.uk.
GBR.
We're on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
GBR.
Yeah, GBR.
You said VBR.
GBR. He's got it. He found it now.
He's found it.
Eventually.
Well, tell us when you say right letters.
I did. You want to watch yours at?
Yeah, that's what I've got. I've got a Minuto lens.
If it drops again, I'm going to say goodbye.
Yeah, you're going to launch it out at window.
Are you going anywhere? Aren't you, Jeanette? After 11.
I think it's already.
Definitely.
Oh, no, you're still there.
But this is the thing, Scott. It's got exactly the same route as what I have, and I never have a problem.
Yeah. It must be the bricks. Or something.
It says Gordo says I have 2 Canon 7DS and 1 Canon 7D and a Canon 5D, whatever it is.
The only thing that really put me off Canon was the price of the lenses.
Oh, Chris has been looking at one, right?
Yeah.
One that he wants, 68 quid, and that's yours. That's not a brand new one.
Yeah, I know. As one person once said to me, Canon glass is not cheap. I was like, yeah, you got that right.
It must be, Tim. It says it must be area I'm in.
Jeez.
Yeah, Pete's put link in anyway. He's found it now, Pete. But yeah, same as I say, we've tried to sort Tim out, you know, we'll clear all your cookies and restart your laptop. And, you know, what?
Every man play the floor bit, sir.
Pardon?
Tim!
Restart.
What
did you say? What were you saying?
64 quid on mpb.com. That bloody thing that Lado sent me, give me. What's all that?
Oh, they've all sold out on that site. What?
Yeah.
But it says 64 quid for one that he wants.
Well, obviously,
It's basically what they got in stock because they buy and sell, basically. People...
It's going again.
Yeah, cash at high competitive prices.
Yes, same as Chris says, he's checked it out, and for that lens that he wants, they've sold out.
They might get some big stock, you never know, do you?
I'm yawning.
Brad says he's got a Canon, but not out to do with photography, so he can launch his missus.
He even thought it that way too.
But yeah, I'm sure she's not that bad, Brad. You know what I mean? What? Oh, the lens. Did you make him jump?
he's trying to have a quiet snooze, and here's you poking his bloody ear. And then probably have a nice sexy dream, and here's you.
Oh dear.
It's all right. That's the one Chris wants.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it says it's similar to the one that you've got.
Yeah. Yeah, 70 to 300.
Yeah. But it says it's good for wildlife photography.
Probably a bit more of a test with the new camera to see how it works with the focus. The old one, it hated focusing. It was like,
it says it's good for wildlife photography.
It is good for wildlife photography. Oh, sorry. Did I point that in your window?
Yeah. Well, so he tells me. Oh, Gordo says I won't tell you what I paid for my macro lens. Oh dear. Ooh. Sounds expensive.
I think my most expensive one was actually the 75 to 300. And that was the old.
It can. I mean, it's like the drone. It can be a very expensive hobby. But yeah, same
when
as
you get deep into the RC banger race, and that's expensive, really.
Yeah, I mean, when
you've got to keep buying parts because you keep breaking things. And...
It says, I hope she don't see this, otherwise I'll be sleeping in shit.
Let's get the heater on then.
Yeah.
No wrong with sleeping in a shed. Not going to try that though, because I've got too many nails in mine.
You look tired, Crypto.
I am. I'll keep going. I need to bed.
Oh, bless you. I'm going to close it down anyway. Good, especially when it comes to photographing blue tits.
Oh dear.
Right, I'm going to call it a night, guys. Next one is Friday.
Yeah.
So I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you on Friday. Everybody coming on the panel, even though Tim keeps freezing. Oh God, 350 quid for a macro lens. Yeah, you're not getting one of them.
Yeah, my 300 wasn't that expensive.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.
Creepy blues.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.